Okay, there you go.
Hey, everybody.
That's so much better. Lorraine said she finally got Christmas cards sent off last Thursday. Hopefully they arrive by Christmas.
That'd be so cool.
She's had a package stuck in quarantine for 2 weeks. We had a package from
I don't know what you're talking
the
about.
one that it got to Thorsby and just disappeared. We never saw it.
Oh, yeah. Miss Val.
Yeah, Miss Val. It never did show up.
That was last Christmas time.
It was.
There's something going on outside.
I'm not even looking. Just going through comments while we give everybody a minute.
Do you hear
outside?
Do you hear something?
No, there's nothing outside.
Oh.
You hear?
Lori's here and on time.
Well, hello.
Lots of people saying hello.
She said you got a haircut and it looks great.
Who did?
Lori.
Oh, I hadn't caught up to that yet. Butler said, did we check on how they grew? I saw some introduction videos. Is that what you're talking about, Jerry? I saw lots of views on some intro videos. Lori Sullivan still making hers. Lorraine said you look comfortable.
Comfortable. Yeah. We've been gone all day.
All day.
We came home and settled in and decided we needed to sit next to each other.
Heidi said they got 4 feet of snow.
My goodness. It's just chilly here. But not, I mean, like, you would have been okay in short sleeves.
Yeah.
I would not have been, and I wasn't.
Tammy, he doesn't have them yet. It's not till Wednesday. I'm not going to read that question out loud because he can hear.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm here, so y'all don't wonder what it is because people on Facebook can't see that comment. So there's the question that was asked.
Look at that cute little guy in her picture.
Can't answer that yet.
Yeah. We'll know on Wednesday. I'm sure it'll be all thumbs ups.
Maggie says she was salivating over that red velvet. Loma's been watching BMX.
Yeah, we clicked in and out of it some.
I'm almost caught up. Connie said, hope you had a nice Thanksgiving.
We'll talk about all that.
The kids are quiet. Did you wear them out?
One is in the shower, and the other one just had his shower. They're going to be getting ready. That must be Rhett in there in the shower. Oh, that's Chance in the shower dancing.
No, Rhett's already had his.
Well, they're getting ready to go back to school tomorrow because they've been out of school for 9 days.
Only got 4 inches of snow in Kansas.
4 inches will shut our entire
the whole state was shut down.
Tanya wants to know how to get a red velvet cake. So email me, and I plan to offer for a handful of them again. So I'll make sure. Just email me and let's get the logistics worked out. Tammy said that's her grandson. He's 8. Well, he's cute. Hey, Ed.
Mr. Ed. Ed, did you stay up for that whole ball game with all those overtimes?
Oh, my goodness. We did not.
No, I didn't.
Lori, I cannot ship.
She can't ship a cake, Lori.
I'm doing good to ship cookies and pucks. I've had some issues with some of those. One person, hers got filled with ants, and
That was cinnamon rolls, wasn't it?
No, that was pups.
Was it? Oh, the cinnamon rolls was
Or
the lady that
upside
their
down.
stuff kept getting turned upside down.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to stop them from turning it upside down?
I can't. So.
Well, you can't keep them from leaving it on her porch full of ants either. But hopefully the second order did okay.
So I sent her another order because she didn't get to. That was a waste.
Hopefully.
Of money.
Hopefully that one did okay.
So yes, Miss Tanya lives in Montgomery, so she'll come.
Yeah, it
There's
won't be so far.
There's been a couple of people who live, within an hour who are willing to order one and come drive and meet me or whatever it comes out to. So we're gonna work that out. And I'm gonna get everybody taken care of.
LG Homestead. I'm gonna have to refer to her to that. She said she's gonna need to change her name because there's too many Lori's in here. I'm just gonna we'll leave you at LG.
We'll call her Okie Lori.
Okie Lori. she's just an Okie Lori. Not really a good Lori. Just an Okie Lori. Just an Okie Lori. So Jacob said, "Evening, Ed. Maybe the Farmer Rhett song will come out for his birthday."
Oh, goodness.
That's a short, tight deadline. I don't know how far along Ed is on that.
So, how is everybody's Thanksgiving? We've had a very busy week, but not a lot to video. As most people notice, we haven't put one out since we put one out about you coming across the trespasser. So, yeah. Tammy said it was her pastor and his wife's 42nd anniversary being at their church. Oh, she's in Arkansas. Why did I think she was in?
She's from Arkansas. She's in Oklahoma.
Right. That's right.
She's originally from Arkansas. That's why some things she says right and some things she said she doesn't because she talks like she's from Oklahoma.
So how about them hogs? So she hog Lori? Hog Lori.
I don't know that I would say hog Lori.
That don't sound
Ed said 110 days to the Okie.
God, it's almost in double digits.
Yep. Ed said hopefully by the new year. Well, that'd work too. That'd be awesome.
Well, talk about your experience this week with our neighbor giving us a call and.
Why I gotta talk about it?
Because you're the one that went and handled it.
Well, I pointed out, and a matter of fact, we ran across our neighbor today.
We did.
A different one. This is the one that called us about the fire. We passed her on the road, and she hit the brake light, so we backed up, and I'm like, oh, gosh, something's wrong. Before we ever get to the farm, something's wrong. She backed up, and she said, can't go that way. The road's blocked. There's been a head-on.
So our dirt road in certain parts of it is one lane traffic.
But it doesn't stop people from driving it going 50.
Yeah, they drive like bats.
So we go on around, but this is the same neighbor that had called about the fire. So anytime we get a phone call from a neighbor, it seems like it's bad news.
Well, we talk to them when they're out and about, but we don't just call to have conversations.
Oh, right. Well, the other neighbor gives us a call and says there's somebody running in and out of your property. It's a man wearing a mask. Mm-hmm. And he runs in and the dogs chase him back out. And I've called the county. So it's like, well, I'll head that way. So I'm driving that direction. She called, there's a yawn, 9 minutes in. That's not too terrible. You're usually like 2 or 3 minutes. But she calls Zoe back while I'm driving and is almost in tears because this person is dancing at the end of her driveway.
At the end of her driveway, she was getting ready to leave for work. She couldn't leave.
And when it's all said and done, we found out he's way up the road, but it was a young boy.
He's younger than Chance.
But he looked like at least teenager size. And he's special needs, and his mother did not know he was that far down. So the county get checked on everything and made sure he got home all right. But we don't know if that had anything to do with the fire or not. I really don't think it did. I don't know that, but I don't know. Just my suspicion says that he didn't.
Yeah.
And I would like to continue to think he didn't. How about that?
Right. But it did give us all a scare. And I'm sure that he meant no harm. He was just out walking with the dog, which is the same kind of dogs that our dogs are. So.
That is not a Pyrenees.
Really?
It's just a big white dog, but it's not a Pyrenees.
Well, his dog looks like our dog. And so when the neighbor called, she thought our dogs were with him, which is what was kind of, she's like, your dogs are just following him, and he's going in and out of the property, and he's dancing and carrying on, and but either way, he got home safe. The sheriff's department kind of told her, hey, he's down here, kind of shouldn't be doing these things, might want to keep a better eye on him.
Well, the main concern right now is getting hurt. And if he wandered onto the property and opened the gate,
the dogs are going to come.
The dogs are coming regardless. The dogs kept chasing him out to start with, but what if he opened the gate and gets run over by a cow?
Right. Or gets bucked by a goat.
You ask people about their Thanksgiving and they're all answering you, and you made me talk about a video.
No, it's okay. I'm reading them. I'm going to go back to it because I was going to talk about ours.
Okay.
So,
Anita's, I didn't want to miss that because,
Thanksgiving.
The whole reason we do the lives is to interact with the people that watch. So we get a chance to actually get to know people that watch the videos, or people that we see comment, things like that. And people share things.
Mm-hmm.
And she said mine was a struggle. She lost her son. I'm assuming that's 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
His 28th birthday was Black Friday, and he was born on a Black Friday. So we are sorry for that loss. I mean, 5 years, that's not long enough for that to not still really weigh on you. Losing a son, I don't think you would ever stop weighing on you. That one holiday is just going to be rough from now on.
That's right.
There's
always a void.
There's no good way to say that.
Right. So, our Thanksgiving, well, let me back up. That all happened on Monday or Tuesday?
No, Monday. I was off. It's Monday.
You took off Monday. Yeah. So, it all happened on that Monday. Well, then Wednesday, we got my cousin let us know that my grandmother's not doing very well. So you got home from work and off we went, and we went to visit for a little bit and just kind of, put my eyes on her, and things are not looking too good in that realm.
I know people are going to be looking at me weird, but y'all need to understand we had to swap camera stands. So don't think I'm losing my mind or anything. I'm trying to see. I can see on the phone, but I can't see on the laptop. And I just realized looking up at the camera how stupid I look trying to read those comments. So I'm sorry. Go ahead. I knew somebody's going to wonder, what in the heck's wrong with him?
Well, I was just saying we went to see her because we know our we're at a point now we are very numbered. It's she's on a very quick decline. So then Thursday was Thanksgiving, and Nick got up and prepared us a brisket and what else? Oh, a bologna. We did a smoked bologna. So if y'all watched the arms, we saw Daniel do a smoked bologna a few times.
Was that him that did it?
Oh yeah, they've done it several times.
I didn't even realize that. I'd
And
forgotten.
so we decided to give one a try, and that has been some of the best bologna I've ever had. It's actually a German bologna. So it was good.
Sue's mom has been in the hospital for a week, not doing well, so Thanksgiving was rough for her. And then Lisa lost her brother in a car wreck on Thanksgiving, and her sister was killed 2 weeks before Christmas. So, see, a lot of people struggled during the holidays.
Yeah. My dad's mom passed away on Christmas Day many years ago. Probably Mackenzie's 15, so about 13 years ago, my grandmother passed away on Christmas Day.
So that's even more reason to try to share with people during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are just by themselves. Their families moved on or whatever, and we talk about that every year when people wonder why we end up. Sometimes we're live Christmas morning, or we will do a video when we go to look at Christmas lights. I think we've been live at Christmas lights. We were live at a lighting ceremony when Zoe decided to pass out. But we try to share that because some of them aren't able to do those things either anymore, or families has all moved on and they're just by themselves. So even though we explain that every year, I'm just telling you again that that's why we do that. And I've gotten messages, why would you bother going live on Christmas morning? Because you know what? Some people didn't have anybody with them on Christmas morning, so we let them hang out with us.
That's right. We've set the camera up in the corner of the room, and we'll tell you, hey, we'll check in periodically, but here we are.
This is what's going on.
We're doing, and we'd show you guys the kids opening their gifts. And
y'all can sit in the corner and be grumpy with me because I don't want to be awake.
Yeah. Yeah. What's one more grumpy?
You
can't see. My oldest son was the victim of a head-on
I don't
collision.
think that's supposed to be 1922 though.
Oh, he died instantly December 21st, 92. His killer served a month in jail. Unfortunately, justice is not always served.
Tanya's dad was discharged on Thanksgiving.
Oh, good.
So we need to add him to the prayer list.
Carol said, what's the date of Rhett's birthday? Her 80th is on the 5th. So Rhett's birthday is the 4th.
It'll be on the 4th.
Oh, she said 1982. And then our anniversary is on the 6th. So we actually, when we had Rhett, we got discharged from the hospital.
We did.
On our anniversary.
We left the hospital on our anniversary.
We did.
Mary has got good news.
Oh, good.
She is walking on 2 legs upright with no walker. Only 1 month after a knee replacement.
That's awesome. Your dad just had a knee
replacement. I know, and I've still got to call him. Every time I think about calling, I'm busy and I never get a chance to, or it's too late at night for me to do it. He just had a knee replacement, and I've got to call and see how that's going. Catherine said her husband died 19 years ago, so none of the holidays are the same. That so many of those stories
There
out
are.
there,
Yeah.
and it's not just loss. A lot of people are just, their families moved on, or they live too far away, or whatever, and it's just there's a good reason to do it.
Yeah. That we enjoy it because you guys are the people that we talk to all the time. We like to share all of our ongoings.
Jennifer says she basically disappears during the holidays. I'm always better by January 2nd. Tanya's daddy's name is Phil, if y'all are adding him to the prayer list.
Oh, Christine made 2 birthday cakes for a 1-year-old's party today. Ooh,
Ooh.
I bet that's good.
Lori's still here just listening.
Misty says she lost her son July 10th this year. I held myself together to go spend 2 hours at my parents'. Holidays will not be the same. His daughter and him shared the same birthday, which is the 22nd of this month. I put our tree up just because of the 3 grandkids and tried to keep some normal because they have had a lot in the last few months.
Lost enough in the last 4
Oh,
months.
yeah.
22.
Oh,
2
only
years.
2 years.
Yeah.
On December 21st. Farmer Red, he's going to be 6 years old. Can you believe it?
Oh,
My goodness.
I made it till 8, but don't know how long I can stay awake with all this snoring beside me. Well, you know what would have kept him awake, Catherine? And for y'all that missed that, that's on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you didn't see it. That was Catherine that said that. And the problem is that he didn't get any sugar in his system because she didn't let him have any cake.
No,
he had one tiny sliver of red velvet cake.
She could have made him a red velvet milkshake and he could have drank it through a straw.
Lisa said you gave her chills. Her mom that passed away, his birthday was on the 6th. Oh, goodness. Lorraine said, I don't hear from any of my family during the year, so I refuse to make Christmas dinner for strangers.
Hey, I get it.
Don't think I hadn't been there, too.
8:23. That's what time I yawned.
No, it was 8:09.
No, I just yawned again. You missed it.
Oh, yeah, but 8:09 was the first one, Lori.
Chocolate with banana icing. Nick would not eat that.
I don't do anything banana.
I like banana Laffy Taffy. Hi, Sharon. She's excited to catch us live. She's in Lockport, Louisiana.
Well, hello, Sharon. What is she talking about? Tony needs some of that new mouth tape.
You ain't seen that new mouth tape? They got these things. It's like face tape. You tape your face all up before you go to bed, and there's mouth tape. And it goes across your lips.
It keeps you from snoring?
Yeah, I think so.
He had a little cake, don't it? Well, that's the problem. He said he had a little tiny sliver of cake.
He, too, likes big pieces.
Yeah. LaDonna's asking prayers for herself. She hurt her back in 2018. Ongoing workman's comp since then. December 9th will be making the next decisions. I need a positive outcome.
Don't worry, Judy. I just did.
LaDonna, we will add that. What?
Nothing. You keep going. Keep scrolling.
Oh, you were supposed to swallow that, Zoe. Supposed to swallow the yawn. Then your head will blow up. Miss Sue said, so cold here in Orlando. Well, what is considered cold in Orlando?
I bet it's in the 70s.
Like here, Zoe's pretty cold about 50s.
60s. I can wear a sweatshirt.
She's being dramatic. She will need sleeves, but she's going to start complaining about cold in the 50s. Mm-hmm. Well, there's people that make fun of us because they're still wearing shorts in the 50s. Like, there's one, Montana Girl. I bet Montana Girl ain't bothered a bit by no 50s. I just saw that name pop up
Loma
there.
said it was 28 there last night.
Whew.
Idaho in the winter, 50 is warm.
It's officially December, so it's officially almost January, which means it's almost time for the Okie Expo. Lori, Ed said it was 110 days.
Sue said 40s is cold.
2 years in a row, they sat in the car to collect the kids' presents, so I stopped buying them one. I can't blame you.
Yeah. Judy said if she swallows it might come out the other end.
That's gonna do that
Luckily,
anyway,
Nick's
Judy.
the only one that's gonna get to experience that.
I hope Santa brings my little buddy Rhett. Zoe, have you ever made a white cake with peanut butter frosting?
I have not, but that sounds delicious.
Lisa had me reading stuff out loud. I'm glad I kind of look forward. In Idaho in the winter, 50 is warm. I bet it is. Hello from the Hay People.
Oh, well, it's the Hay People.
The Hay People. I know who that is. I'm assuming. I don't know that name. But if that's the right Hay People, that Hay People right there killed a big old buck. Big one. Catherine said, update coming Thursday. That's on the emu eggs. Karen's at 20. Stephanie McKee, a.k.a. Farm Girl, is 17 in Indiana.
Oh, my gosh.
There's Let's Trade Paint. I hadn't seen you in a while. Glad to see you back on here. I'm waiting. Where did Miss Sue go? I'm trying to see if she tells me what the temperature is. Katie said her favorite cake is chocolate with peanut butter icing.
I thought about making some peanut butter buttercream.
Rita said, good news. I just cleared a spider web that started at the ceiling and went down in front of Nick's face. All clear now.
Ooh. We didn't want you looking all cobby over there.
Lisa said 20s here in upstate New York. Now, Tuesday morning it's supposed to be 20s here. So there's no telling what it's supposed to be in these other places.
Yeah. Sue said 40s and she's dying.
It's the 40s.
Sherry says it's a toasty 28.
Sue, I bet you're not liking 40s. 30 in East Central Kansas. 31 in Oregon City, a suburb of Portland. Someone asked Catherine for a link to alpaca socks. There was a link, I believe, on Cog Hills Live yesterday. I think Londa posted a link there. I have alpaca socks, and they are wonderful.
Tammy said in Tennessee it's in the lower 20s at night, 40s in the day.
Well, you got week. Two back-to-back right there. Carrie and Melba are both at 19 in Illinois.
No.
Zoe, you're going to get close to that Tuesday night. It's going to be in the low 20s. Or Monday night, Tuesday morning, I think is when that's supposed to be. Ain't it? It's tomorrow night, Tuesday morning. I think you're in the 20s. Yep. Supposed to be 29 in Arkansas, 54 in San Diego County. No, San Diego is like.
San Diego's in California.
Baby, I know where it's at, but that general area, I think, just has like perfect weather pretty much year round, don't they?
Chris is 32 in South Carolina.
Rita just gave me a boomer sooner.
Oh, gosh. That's about all I got from Cassie, too, was a boom when they beat Alabama.
Yeah, you didn't even care. That don't bother you.
She was waiting the whole game to be able to send that to me.
Londa's an hour north of Miss Sue, and it was in the 40s this morning, high 64.
All we can say is we all cold right now. It don't matter what your numbers are. Ain't nobody in the 70s,
no.
and we all
Well,
cold.
that's not true.
Who's in the 70s?
Lorraine just did the math. It's 77
I was
degrees there.
just
You forget
thinking
that their Christmas is in the
it's
summer.
That's right.
So everybody else is cold except for Lorraine. And if Daff was on here, she wouldn't be cold.
Yeah.
Jennifer said, I know where it's at. Where's what? Or is she talking about San Diego? Is that she talking about when you were telling me that's in California? Zoe giving a geography lesson. That's in California. I think she was really excited that she just knew where it was.
I just realized I'm drinking a real Coke. I don't ever do that.
You always drink Coke Zero.
She said, you have no idea how hard it was to find an Australian Christmas card to send. I could only imagine.
Well, they probably in like surfing shorts or something in Australia during Christmas.
Karen said that hog fat makes the best biscuits and gravy.
Guaranteed.
I bet it does.
She must have got lard at the Pedals event. Is that what it was? Yes, that's what she was talking about. Jennifer Zoe was so excited she knew she was going to give me a geography lesson. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, San Diego, that's going to be to the south, I think.
Hey,
and that's like where perfect weather is, like all the time.
Angela said it feels like 7 degrees in Alaska.
I cannot imagine some of the temperatures I see them post of what's in Alaska. It's just...
Isn't it dark in Alaska right now?
I believe they have
that so many
extended
days.
Darkness, but I can't lie and say I know what it is. I saw it on the news and stuff.
Oh, Londa and Catherine both put it in their
I saw a picture of Catherine's jar of lard beside her collards when she was cooking
Londa
them.
put them in her collards too.
That stuff is good on anything you want to cook in it.
I would like some collards.
She said yes. It's dark.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember my grandfather going on a cruise there, but it was when it was extended daylight.
Yeah.
And he was so tired, but he wasn't going to bed because the sun was still up until he realized it was 2 a.m. and he had stayed up all that time because he didn't realize the sun didn't go down.
Tracy's Garden, Cooking, and More. Hi all, first time stopping in. All right, Chestnuts, tell Tracy's Garden, Cooking, and More hello and welcome them in so maybe they'll come back and see us. Where did Let's Trade Paint go? There they are. I told them when I read by it a while ago, it had been a while since I had seen them. And I saw somebody asking.
Did you watch the Iron Bowl?
Well, of course I watched the Iron Bowl. I did not, I'm not going to lie and say that I stayed up for all of the Oklahoma game because Zoe could not believe it that I went to bed with 7 minutes left, but I was sick of it. And if y'all have heard us talk about it, me and Jason text like the entire Alabama game. We're either talking about what they should have done, which, you know, there's coaches over there making millions of dollars, and
you and Jason on your couch.
Jason's standing up yelling at his TV, and I'm sitting in the recliner
yelling at your TV.
If I'm coaching, it's 10-year-olds. I mean, I ain't making millions of dollars to do it, but we tell them what we think they should have done, like every fan does, naturally. Because we could see that it didn't work, so we knew what they should have done.
Right. They should have handled it this way.
But sometimes, being a defensive guy, I would text Jason and tell him what I think the offense is fixing to do and what I would be lining up to stop, you know, just because that's what we do. I don't know why. But I texted him and said, I've had enough of this. I'm going to bed. He said, I'm already there. But we were not during the Iron Bowl. Had to stay up for that. Tanya watched it with an Auburn fan. Okay, so y'all, I have to give you a tidbit of information. And I'm not gonna go too far with it with information. I'm just gonna give you a little bit. Yes, Anita, that is armchair coaching. Angela has lived in Alaska for 53 years and loved it. I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't think I could do that. I think I could live up there. It's just I'm not a huge fan of cold, but I think I would like everything else about it.
Yeah.
And just stay inside in front of the fire when it's cold. But to simplify it, I will say nephew. It's my brother's stepson. But my brother's stepson is a starter for Auburn University. And my brother is too. We are die-hard Alabama fans until he was recruited by Auburn.
Yeah.
And we will leave it at that. But yeah, I have and I'm saying nephew. He's my brother's stepson, but we do have a good relationship with him. He's a great kid. Hugs us every time he sees us, knowing I'm an Alabama fan. But yeah, he's a starter on Auburn's defense.
Yeah.
Actually playing the position I coach. So there's that. Let's leave it at that.
So we make sure to watch Auburn too.
So my days of talking bad about Auburn on Facebook are over, which that ended years ago. It wasn't because of him. I quit all the trash talking and stuff like that because I used to have a group of buddies that we would go back and forth pretty good bit. And you know the one buddy I'm talking about that wears Auburn underwear, coaches baseball down here. We would go at it pretty heavy, but now I just don't even bother with it. I just leave it alone, and I try to be a little bit more careful now, seeing as how there's a little bit of a connection to that god awful rivals. Lorraine said we're allowed to pull for both if you have someone playing in it. I'm staying with Alabama no matter what. That makes for a fun-filled sit-down dinner, no doubt. Yeah. Well, there's not any dinners during football season.
No.
It's not that we don't choose to. It's just that's not the way the schedule works.
Everybody's a little bit busy.
So you don't have to worry about any of that. What did I miss now? Meg said, I finally figured out how to make sugar-free and gluten-free pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Now she can't stop eating. Tammy's calling it a night. Good night, Tammy. Just makes it hard when they play each other. It didn't make it hard at all. I was pulling for Alabama just hard as I could.
Tanya said it makes it tough at the dinner table. She didn't rub it in last night, but she wore houndstooth pants to lunch today. I should have wore my houndstooth skirt. I didn't even think about it.
You should have. You could have wore your houndstooth shirts this morning. Lori said Alabama has a team. I'm not going to get on Lori. If she's a Razorbacks fan, bless her heart. I'm just not even going to say nothing.
Oh, man, that's an insult.
Well, I really thought Arkansas was going to be better this year at the first of the season. They looked really good, but You can always tell them at least you played well.
They did.
I'm not going to say too much to someone that has worked their way into playing at the Division One level.
All right. As a freshman.
Not just as a freshman. I'm talking about the fact that you even made the team to start with.
Oh yeah.
To get a scholarship to that level of school, even though I can't stand the school,
yeah.
The fact that he got a scholarship to that level of school is pretty dang impressive. But then you work your way into a starter as a freshman. Now you've really done something. But I'm not going to give him too hard of a time for that.
Hey, Cliff.
You don't really see him that often anyway. We have not seen Cliff in a while.
Know.
Cliff, where are you been?
I hope you're doing okay, Cliff.
Chris said, go Gamecocks. So let me tell you.
Oh, gosh. Tell us.
Jason at Cog Hill will tell you straight up that the most underrated team in the SEC is South Carolina Gamecocks.
Really?
In his opinion, if the ball bounced a little differently in a couple of their games, he says they are the best team in the SEC. And I can't say Texas is pretty tough, but let's just say that he's a big fan of South Carolina. But
Jennifer,
Texas is
I'm
tough.
the same. I just know a little bit, not enough to chime in here.
So she's just twiddling her thumbs. I'll get off of that subject, Jennifer. I was actually giving some props to the nephews, what I was doing.
In and out of the hospital with his liver and kidneys.
Cliff, I'm sorry to hear that. You should have let us know. We could at least been had you on the prayer list and told folks on the lives because you've always been here. Hey, y'all got your Christmas tree up?
We just put it up right before the live.
Zoe was doing that before the live.
And I actually have us a really pretty Christmas backdrop for our lives for the rest of the year. And I got to go pick it up. So I'll have it next week. And maybe it'll just look pretty. But yes, we got our tree up. Now it's time to decorate the rest of the stuff.
Jones Christie said, Lori, they have more than one NCAA team in Alabama. Don't be listening to Lori, Jones Christie.
She can reorganize her sock drawer as she listens.
No.
Gosh, that sounds like terrible
Sue
fun.
said, I lived in Columbia for 5 years, but I'm a Clemson fan. I can see that, but actually being in Columbia, that one might be tough.
I don't even know where that is.
That would be like living in Gainesville and pulling for Florida State.
Don't know where that is either.
Well, she lived in the town that University of South Carolina's in.
Oh.
And she was a Clemson fan who is their state rival. No, baby, Clemson's in South Carolina.
Really?
Lord Jesus. Well, at least you knew where San Diego was.
I didn't know Clemson was in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Georgia may not want them.
Vols beat Vandy. You breezed by that comment.
I guess I did, Jones Christie. I missed it.
There it is. It's a messy game, but Tennessee sure beat Vandy.
They did, and
Didn't they have a brawl?
I think that one did have a little bit of a skirmish at the end, which most all of them did yesterday.
Jennifer's a Yankee. She likes the Bruins.
Are you referring to hockey, Bruins? Because we don't know anything about hockey.
All I know is they fight a lot.
So, I did get a text yesterday while we were at the farm. And I won't say who the text come from, but it said, how about Vandy? And I was like, what are they doing? He's like, they're up 14-0. Oops. I wasn't watching it. But Jones Christie, I didn't skip your comment on purpose. Cliff's been waiting on a liver transplant for 6 years.
Wow.
Cliff, we're sorry to hear that. We'll keep you on the prayer list. I promise you.
What kind of transplant did Christy just have?
Kidney. Anita didn't know that either. She lives in the Big 12 area.
What's that?
It's a conference, baby. I won't try to explain that. Catherine said, "Did you go hunting?"
No, but I did shoot the gun. That's all I gotta say about that.
Wait a minute. She said, "Are the Bruins hockey players?" Heck if I know. I'm a Yankee. I thought that's what you were talking about. Being a Dogs fan here in Florida ain't for sissies. Crazy Gator people. Well, Londra's one of them crazy alpaca people. Surely Gator fans can't be worse than alpaca people. Oh.
So I went and got the gun from Catherine after our live last week. And I did shoot the gun. And we are all set up. Now we just gotta go. I could just go by myself and just do it and teach myself how to do it, but
not exactly the best idea to learn that kind of stuff on your own. Driving tractor is one thing, but that, yeah.
I just don't know who's gonna pull the deer out of the woods
Well,
when I kill
you
it.
would be. I cannot even imagine what kind of debacle you would get yourself into going hunting alone.
And
She
there's no
said we're a bit of a
signal.
rabid bunch.
There's no signal down in the woods.
No. So, Catherine, I don't think it's a good idea for her to try that one on her own. That's whew. Call it a pew pew or the YouTube po po might smack your hand.
She would come do it for me and teach me how to clean it.
Lorraine said you need to learn to get a clean shot before you go on your own.
Yeah, I don't want to injure a deer and it not be what it needs.
The one thing I don't have to worry about right now is Zoe not getting a good shot. If she did, it would be out of nervousness because she shoots pretty well. She shot really good with handgun, and when she test fired the rifle to see how she would do with it, she had a really good group with it. As a matter of fact, I sent a picture to Tony of your groups.
Jennifer, I'm Polish too.
I'd like to learn how to shoot a gun, but I'm Polish, enough said.
I'm Polish too, and I did it good. Christine's going to bed. Good night, Christine.
It's a Bluetooth hole puncher.
Yeah. So Christine's not only a Yankee, but Jennifer's not only a Yankee, she's Polish.
Why can you not shoot a gun if you're Polish?
My grandmother's from Wisconsin, and a lot of her family was Polish.
I just want to know why you can't shoot a gun if you're Polish.
I don't know.
Well, you agreed with it,
Good
but
night,
you didn't
Catherine.
answer.
She said, "Oops, I was just talking about myself." Well, what makes
it? Was she making a Polish joke?
Yes, she was.
Like,
how many women does it take to screw in a light bulb kind of thing?
Quit saying the G word.
Yeah, sorry.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably going to go to YouTube jail again.
Did you know the engineer that solved the Leaning Tower of what? Pizza was Polish?
That solved it. It's still leaning.
The lady showed me tonight at chair practice for purse.
Baby, that says choir.
What did I say?
Chair. At chair practice. You was was it musical chairs?
Had a place for it to, and she had used it to hold a cell phone. I have one of those kinds too. Nick, do you have to ask? I can't even walk and chew gum at the same time.
Oh, she was making a Polish joke.
Yeah.
Like putting you in a round room and telling you to sit in the corner.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Oh, stopped it from falling over. I had no idea. I didn't know it had stopped. I just thought it leaned over.
It's gonna one day just tumble on over.
No, I guess apparently they stopped it. That's what he just said. A Polish engineer. Isn't that a contradiction in terms?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just joking. It's not pizza, Zoe. It's pizza. The Leaning Tower of Pizza. That's what happens if we order too many and Zoe stacks them crooked.
That's right.
Leaning Tower of Pizza. She don't want you calling it pizza.
It is what it is. It's all in the same place, right? Isn't that in?
What was Lorraine asking why about?
Can't say that word.
Oh, Lori said Maud is leaving, so now let's have some fun in the chat. Lori, why are you not a moderator anyway?
Oh no, we need to make her one.
Add that to your Zoeisms.
Leaning Tower of Pizzas.
That would be mild for Zoeisms.
There hadn't been any lately.
What else did I miss?
Because I'm not loved, she guesses.
Probably because she always goes to bed before the live's over anyway.
I do too.
You do.
Make me sit up.
You try to.
Or trusted. Maybe trusted is probably a better word.
I would trust Lori.
Well, she can't block everybody because then there'd be nobody to talk to. Hey, Kim.
Make Lori. What? It'll be good with or without the mods.
No good pizza in my country town. I need to go to the city if I want one. No KFC or McDonald's either. Goodness gracious, Rhett would not know what to do without a Burger King.
We know Rhett cannot move to Tasmania.
No.
He will never live there.
He could become an entrepreneur and open one.
Last time Cliff was on, Chance was injured.
Well, he is all back to normal and wide open. And Farmer Rhett's birthday is Wednesday. That pretty much sums it up.
That's about the extent of it, I think.
Mama said she don't have any of those there either.
Jones Creasy said that Lori just rejects y'all when you try to show how much y'all love her by hugging her.
Jennifer said we can't say the G word because YT and Google is run by liberals who censor anything with the G word or hinting.
Yeah, I've got some questions that I'm going to ask before we do any kind of content with you hunting to make sure that we are on the right page with things, and I don't know how much of it we'll do. Chris said, okay, y'all have a good night. Stay warm, everyone, and sending prayers to those who may need it.
Yeah,
thank you, Chris. Have a good night. We are only about 5 minutes from wrapping up anyway.
Y'all have really good live as far as the chatters go. We try. Our people's pretty good about carrying on some conversation. When I went to Belize,
sometimes there's conversations happening in the chat up there that we don't even get involved in. They just talk amongst themselves. Susan, that's who I'm sending a message to. Uh-oh, I
She
kicked
said
the
the
camera.
Arms family do that a lot.
Brenda said her brother's birthday is December the 4th also.
Chris said, "Oh, I can stick it out 5 more minutes."
Well, 5 minutes ain't nothing. Well, I won't say that. You never know what might happen in the last 5 minutes. When I went to Belize and they didn't have any American, and they don't have any American restaurants. They had a Subway, but the locals wouldn't eat there, so it closed down.
Oh.
Lorraine said if we make Lori a mod, we'd all be booted off. Lori wouldn't block nothing. She'd just let it all go.
Well, you might as well. It's interaction.
It would have to be really bad for Lori to block it.
She probably
She's like, let it go.
The elf maker be carrying on
Yeah,
conversation.
she would get rid of that one.
I hear Farmerette cackling.
Farmerette is cackling, so it is something bad.
Rita's is December the 5th.
Well, I'm going to say it's 8:56. There's no telling how many yawns that's been.
I've had plenty.
We're supposed to get hit with snow up here in Michigan. It could be heavier this week. I've seen a lot of winter weather.
I'm gonna let
on
him come
news.
in here so everybody can tell him happy birthday.
Okay.
They won't see him.
I don't care for lives where nobody interacts with each other, including the creators.
Oh yeah.
Well, we try to talk to everybody, but then there's actually some that are in here all the time, and they get talking back and forth in the comment section. We just let them rip. I don't care. It don't bother me any.
Put your shirt on. Come here.
That boy ain't got no.
Stop. Go put a shirt on.
You gotta put a shirt on,
You gotta tell him what's Wednesday. Go put your shirt on. Oh, there it goes.
That boy's running through the house and ain't got no underwear.
Don't let him come.
Make sure if you show any youth hunting, there's an adult present at all times. We don't show just youth nothing. Not anymore. Now we have to make sure we are somewhere in the screen, either at the same time or within a few seconds of it being on there. Just because of the last time we got put in YouTube jail.
Yeah, he's just
depends if the chat goes too fast. Sometimes it's impossible to read.
Yeah.
Now I do miss a lot of the comments and have to try to scroll back, but some of them I just can't catch up. But I know a lot of the channels that if y'all don't think they interact is because they simply can't see your comments. It's not that they don't want to. How was the food, Zoe?
Where?
I don't know. Lori asked how was the food.
The food was wonderful. If it's our food.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about. Are you going to get your shirt on, boy? There he is.
All right. Come sit right here.
Well, she said in jail. Easy, baby. You're going to hit it.
Oh, turn around.
She was talking about in jail.
Oh, it's still good.
Jeanne, is that how you pronounce that? Jean? I don't know. Jeannie, maybe? It's in slow mode. That's even with it in slow mode. It's
like we don't have that issue.
No. I'm talking about the ones that have trouble seeing it. They have it in slow mode and can't keep up.
At the black.
Look right there.
All right. So tell everybody what happens on Wednesday.
Wednesday is my birthday.
How old are you going to be? 6 years old. So you're closer to 10 than you are to 0 now.
You are not a little baby anymore. You are a big boy at 6 years old.
Everybody's telling you happy birthday. So Farmer Rhett is also learning to read right now. So he's been able to read some of these comments and stuff.
A little bit. Can you see what all of them are saying?
Can you put one on the
Lori, there's Grammy. Everybody's saying happy birthday, Rhett. Kim Cole has a granddaughter that is 6.
Oh, Mr. Jacob said, where do you want to go eat for your birthday?
Where are we eating for your birthday? Don't say Burger King.
Burger King?
We're We're not going Burger King for your birthday.
I can pick.
Miss Londa says she was spinning some fiber today and missed you being her sidekick.
Oh man, you sure are
I
a
was
good
spinning
helper.
some yarn today and I missed you being my sidekick. That's what she said.
Huh.
All right, you ready to tell them bye?
Bye.
Hey, easy now. Don't do
Don't
that.
scare everybody. Don't do that.
Don't be silly.
Everybody's telling you happy birthday. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you.
There you go.
All right. Tell them good night.
Good night.
Tell them we'll see you this weekend.
You
We're
being so
here
silly.
this weekend.
Quit being silly.
Rhett.
Tell them.
We'll see you this weekend.
Okay, go.
What are you?
You're being goofy.
He's being silly.
All right.
He's doing the stare face now. That boy.
All right. We'll see you guys. We got a video Tuesday, right?
Video will come out Tuesday about 5 o'clock.
Yes.
And then we'll be back live next Sunday.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.